Come on. We in there, sir.
You in school. You gotta pay attention to the teacher.
You turn it up.
Pay attention to the teacher.
Put the speaker in front. Just turn it. Middle.
Warrior with the hands, that's what I'm all about. Hunger in my eyes, vengeance in my mouth. They don't want no altercation. Situation gon' get critical. It's best that you be easy. The end gon' be biblical. Look, flow like a river. It's something like a miracle. Royalty in my veins, loyalty in my ways. Payback in every breath, plus revenge in my heart. The truth in every word. Bring light into the dark. And I ain't never lukewarm. Shit, I blazing in the season. Got plenty food for thought. Just gotta watch who I'm feeding. Now they walking with them angels. So I guess I got this pistol for no reason. Niggas barely breathing, criticizing all my achievements. Won't make me weak. Nah, it won't make me slack off. These niggas baby fat soft. Better bear with it, so back off. I be ripping shit like sackcloth. Dumb dogs all barked out. Behind me say I come full. No room for emotion, so I pour my heart out. This road hard, but I intend to stay. And if it ain't UPK, then they in the way. My niggas righteous, they real, they down to something. Flow so deep, they drown a motherfucker. He say he in the truth, oh yeah, bro, this the home. And I don't hate them brothers, I'm just too loyal to my own. Plus what they believe, hard for me to follow. No rank me, no head, and I ain't even this body that live and sleep in hollow. So when they ask I'm UPK, tell them absolutely. And I ain't trimming my ways for nothing, gotta execute me. Cause I can never die with my tail tucked between my legs. Shit I be thinking, watching my daughter something they bed. They so smart, and Alana, she's so beautiful, but they ain't like other babies, and they daddy far from usual. Now I'm missing cause I'm about my father's business. It ain't about the shit I used to do in that 98 Navy. The tan never cease. See, without wisdom, this world make you weak. I found out that the truth was bitter, the lies are sweet. Tried everything. I guess me and YAHANNA had to meet. Now I make the blind see, and I make the dead speak, and teach both my little girls the day and thing. Lie with a man, they better bring their bloody band sheets. Chaos match the time. This Glock match my headpiece, and I ain't trying to take him out, but I will defend this house or take a check. 144 in that black trench on some hitman shit. She call me 47. Praying for Armageddon. Me and my soldiers dressed for the wedding. Fuck the fame. As why tell them I'm loyal to the king. Until the righteous reign. Loyal to the king. I want that straight lane to break the chain. Loyal to the king. The devils can't have me. Bitch, I'm loyal to the king. Bring that hot from you. Hey, loyal to the king. Until the righteous reign. Loyal to the king. I want that straight lane to break the chain. Loyal to the king. The devils can't have me. Bitch, I'm loyal to the king. Bring that hot from you. Hey, loyal to the king.
Christ, clap it up, clap it up, clap it up. Young sons are here for making it to class today. You know what I mean? You know, we step over all the atrocities, we step over all the crack needles, we walk past the cigarette stores, you know what I'm saying? Walk past the drug dealers that make it to class, and you online, you skipping all them videos that you could have been watching, and you here today trying to get the truth. I mean, every time you spend or every moment you spend not invested in the truth is a moment that you wasted. You know what I mean? So we're here today to learn that according to the Bible, what is the truth? The truth is that you are the Israelites that the Bible speaks of. So today we're going to learn about men coming to the truth. The Bible speaks about brothers that was once one way, like we all were. We all was in the world. We all was, you know, dealing with the path that we learned as kids, learned growing up, the way that the world schooled us to be. But as we learn the truth, as we come get baptized, as we come get knowledge of the truth, we change. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna read in the scriptures about how men came into the truth, similar to like we all did. We all came from out the world, out the path that we once thought was a profitable path, and then we turned our life around and come into the truth. So we're gonna read about a bunch of brothers today. a couple brothers today and how they changed their life from one way to another. All right? A lot of reading today, so y'all bear with me. So we're gonna start off at Amos chapter 7, verse 14. Everybody in the class have it? You got it? All right. Amos chapter 7, verse 14. You got it.
This is the book of Amos, chapter 7, verse 14. Then answered Amos and said to...
Matter of fact, start at start at 12.
This is the book of Amos, chapter 7, verse 12. And also Amaziah said unto Amos, O thou seer, go, flee thee away into the land of Judah, and there eat bread and prophesy them. From verse 13. But prophesy not again anymore at Bethel, for it is the king's chapel, and it is the king's court.
Keep going.
Verse 14. Then answered Amos and said to and Amaziah, I was no prophet, neither was I a prophet's son, but I was a herdsman and a gatherer of sycamore fruit.
So now he showed Amos some respect. He said, yo, you a seer, you a prophet. Just don't do it here no more. Go over there and do it. And Amos like, I wasn't a prophet. I was any nigga Houston, Texas. I was any nigga Philadelphia. I was any woman, I mean, I was somebody that the Lord wouldn't see a person to be a prophet or to be a seer. I was just nobody. But the Lord made me somebody who you respects, right? Salaki. Somebody who the Lord respects, you know what I'm saying? Somebody who see fit to be respected by men. Why? Because the Lord gave me the opportunity to read the words in the Bible. And at that point, he gave me the opportunity to teach the words in the Bible, right? So now, as men of the Lord, you know what I'm saying, you get the respect that you deserve. Well, not out in the world. Out in the world, we thought we was going to be big-time rappers, and what you thought you was going to be, Baya? What you want to be when you was young?
Truth.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't. What you want to be when you was 10 years old?
10 years old.
When your mom say, what you want to be when you grow up? What was your answer?
A business.
A who?
A business.
A businessman? What kind of business?
Entrepreneur.
What kind of entrepreneur? Just anything? What? Selling?
Anything I can get my hands on.
Oh, selling weed?
Hell no.
Like what? What kind of entrepreneur?
Like, with me, like, I think about any and everything that's lawful. Like,
Okay, all right. I mean, what did you want to be when you was growing up? You got to speak microphone? Yakuba, you got a microphone? There's only one microphone? All right, so as a kid, most of us wanted to be a veterinarian, a doctor. Give me something else.
a lot of people say basketball, but
A basketball player, football player, why?
a drug dealer.
A drug dealer, why? Why do we want to be those things?
Because it's what they look up to.
It's what they respect. It's who they see as men of renown, right? So now in the world, we want that respect. We want to gain that authority. We want to gain some type of notoriety. That's what we want in the world. We want to be big time rappers, businessmen of some sort. What you got?
Kids nowadays want to be gangsters.
Kids want to be gangsters. Why? Because people respect them. They're men of renown. When you see them, like, oh, that's such and such. Don't mess with him. Why? Because you fear him. That's what we all wanted as men. We all wanted to be feared or respected, right? Now in Amos' case, Amos like he's humble. He's like, listen, I'm just a what do you say?
A herdsman.
I'm just a herdsman, right? And you probably like, we be like, yeah, this officer such and such, and you probably be like, you remember the days when you was just any nigga Houston, any nigga USA. You remember those days. That's what Amos is saying. Amos like, damn, I remember when I was not him. But he became him, and there's nothing you can do about it. Some of us, we don't have no choice. We come into the truth. The Lord plucked us out the street, and we don't have no choice. You can turn cold now, but then you'll spit in the face of Christ. So turn back from the truth. Why you in it is to spit in the face of Christ. That means Christ's death don't apply to you no more. You can't take Christ's death and then say, yeah, I come to serve the Lord, and then turn your back on him. It don't work that way. So the Lord plucked us out the world and made us somebody today. And now you sit here and you the representative of the Lord for your family, for your friends on the streets, for the people that don't have the Lord. You're the representative. They look at you like Amos, old prophet, old seer. And you like, man, look, man, I'm here with y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'm just a brother like y'all. Because the Lord gave you the opportunity to be somebody great. And we gotta hone it in. We gotta take advantage of it. Keep reading.
Verse 15, and the Lord took me as I followed the flock, and the Lord said unto me, go prophesy unto my people Israel.
That's what the Lord told us to do. Go prophesy, go teach, go tell the people, go be a prophet, go prophesy. A prophet tells the people what the Bible says. That's what you do. All right, give me Romans chapter 8, verse 6. Hey, yo, that AC on?
I don't feel like it might be because of the fans.
Satan fingertips in here.
It's definitely him.
Yeah, it gotta be.
Smokey Robinson in here. What you got? Romans 8 and 6?
Hey, Romans chapter what?
Romans chapter 8, verse 6. Hey, Yakubah, you got no other microphone?
Nah, battery.
Batteries? Put them in there now. Huh? Charge them right now. Put them in the charge right now.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 8, verse 6.
Good.
For to be carnally minded is death, but to be spiritually minded is life and peace. Verse 7. Because the carnal mind is enmity against God, for it is not subject to the law of God, neither indeed can be.
Break it down, Bayad. Start from the top.
Doing things that you desire in the world is against the things that the Most High wants you to do.
Okay, that's good, but I need you to break it down line for line. Start from the top.
Because the carnal mind is enmity against God.
What that mean?
A carnal mind is following after your pleasures, doing things that you desire but know is wrong. Stuff such as adultery,
Right.
lying, stealing.
Right.
You doing these things because you want them, even though you know it's the wrong thing for you.
Okay. Yes. Think about it like this. A carnal mind, what you said is correct. The mind that wants to please the flesh is at enmity against the Most High, meaning what?
It's not good for you.
Okay, think more so, what you got?
It's not war.
It's at war, that's what you need. The carnal mind fights the Lord. So your flesh is fighting your spirit. You got the spirit of the Lord, right? So now you got your flesh in you that wants to be an adulterer, smoke weed, or whatever the case may be, right? You got your flesh in you that wants to do what it want to do. Then you got the spirit of the Lord in you that wants to do what the Lord wants you to do. Those two things are fighting. They're at war. So your carnal mind is literally fighting the Most High. Now you got to tell your body, or you got to tell your flesh, you got to pick which one you want to be, right? So just as Amos is like, yeah, you know, I'm just a brother. I'm just a brother from I'm just a herdsman. You want to tell yourself that. You want to be like, you know what? I'm just that nigga from back in the world. I'm just a nigga that want to be a ball player. I want to be a rapper. I'm just him, right? And then someday you got to tell yourself, no, I'm who the Lord made me to be. I'm trooper officer. I'm trooper Bayan. One day officer Bayan, right? I'm Bayan, who the Lord made. Bayan means what? He understands. I'm who the Lord is making to understand. But until that day, you'll just be whoever you was in the world. Which is why you're here to shed yourself with the world. A trooper is a rough time. A trooper status is like all the demons. Like you trying to save yourself, and Satan sees you trying to save yourself, and you should be happy that Satan is trying you, because you know that you're ready for the test. But if you're not ready for the test, that's when you're troubled that Satan is testing you. Now, as a trooper, those troubles and those tests, they're scary because you've never seen anything like it before, right? Now, you're trying to please the Lord, you're trying to be somebody better in life, and Satan puts 3 big booty holes inside a Porsche in front of you, and you like, damn, where y'all going? And like, yeah, we going to the strip club, and then we got 3 bags of weed right here. What you want to do? And you like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Like your mind want to go with them. You want to go with them. You know what I'm saying? In the world, that seems like a great night, right? In the world, it seems like a great night. It seems like something that you should do. Not knowing that they might stick you up. They might take you for everything you got. They might leave you dead in some ditch somewhere and rob you for everything that you have. You know what I'm saying? Like, it might be a trap. It might be a setup. But in your mind, you think, oh, this is going to be a great night. Now, your flesh wants you to go with them, but your spirit wants you to survive. Those are demons in the car. And those demons are going to pull you into hell. That's what your flesh wants. Your flesh wants to go to the hell. But the Lord wants to save you. So now those 2 things fight each other. Read it again.
7 and 12, right?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, what? You said 7 and 12.
8,
8 and 12.
8 and 6.
It's the book of Romans, chapter 8, verse 6. For to be carnally minded is death.
And when you carnally minded, when you thinking with your ride, and you like, man, there's 3 bad Jones in this car. Hey, yo, bro, what you doing? Yo, I got 3 Jones, bro. Look, hey, yo, meet me at the gas station by such and such. We're gonna pull up. Like, carnally minded, to be thinking about what your ride want, you wanna wind up dead. That's how you wind up dead in the streets. Because you're thinking about what your ride want, how to please your flesh. How to make yourself feel good. Go find whoever got the weed, the best weed. Go find a way to supply whatever habit you have. And that's how we find death, pleasing our flesh. Keep going.
For it is not subject to the law of God.
No, you skipped something. Go back to 6.
Romans 8 and 6, for to be carnally minded is death, but to be spiritually minded is life and peace.
Now, to be spiritually minded, that's you fighting that carnal flesh. That's you saying, you know what? I'm gonna pass, y'all. I'll see y'all later, right? That's you fighting what you want in your body. Your body's telling you one thing, but the spirit behind it is like, you're like, okay, I see what's going on here. Then when you fight the flesh, that's to be spiritually minded. That's you choosing life. Because otherwise, you'll be choosing death, right? Keep going.
Verse 7, because the carnal mind is enmity against God, for it is not subject to the law of God.
You know what? Break that down.
Your flesh is fighting your spirit.
Give me, I
your
need
flesh
the
wanna do
word.
things that
What does subject mean?
you under.
Yes, or you
Submit.
belong to, right? So it's saying your flesh is not subject to the Most High. What does that mean?
Your flesh doesn't follow the things the Most High wants you to do.
Your flesh doesn't belong to the Lord. Your flesh does. Yeah, you're right. Your flesh isn't going to follow the Most High. Your flesh is going to follow what other flesh is doing because it belongs to the earth, right? Your flesh is of the earth. Your spirit is supernatural. You got a spirit that the Lord gave you, but your flesh is following the TV, what Esau wants you to do, right?
Flesh just want to rest in peace.
That's how. Yeah, your flesh just want to go back in the dirt. That's what your flesh want to do. Your flesh just want to just end it all right here, call it a night, and then send your spirit somewhere else. Let this flesh rest. So now, when you follow that flesh, you're not subject to the Most High. But you tell your spirit, like, no, we're not going to do this today. Because your spirit belongs to the Lord. So now your spirit should be leading the body. Because your spirit belongs to the Most High. Go ahead.
And your spirit want to endure to the end.
The spirit want to endure to the end. And your flesh just want to go back in the dirt. So now you got to decide who you want to be. All right, so we're going to read about a couple men today that made those decisions. Any more on that?
You
But
Verse 8, so then they that are in the flesh cannot please God.
you can't please God because you can't serve two masters. You can't be of Satan and of the Most High. You gotta pick one. You know what I'm saying? And you know that your soul is of the Lord. It's like your spirit is of the Lord, but your flesh gonna do what the earth wants it to do. Your flesh is gonna wanna please that ride or that box. Your flesh is gonna wanna eat as much as it can eat. Your flesh is gonna wanna commit adultery, look at somebody else's whatever and covet it. You know what I'm saying? Your flesh is gonna want what other people have and gonna make you feel as though you don't have enough. That's what the flesh is. So, you know what I mean? At some point in time, you gotta decide which master you wanna serve. So let's read about a couple brothers. We're gonna start with start as 1 Samuel 9:1. Alright,
This is the book of 1 Samuel chapter 9 verse 1.
go ahead.
Now there was a man of Benjamin whose name was Kish, the son of Abiel, the son of Zeror, son of Bechorath, the son of Aphiah, a Benjamite, a mighty man of power.
Go ahead.
Verse 2, and he had a son whose name was Saul.
This is about Saul. Saul became king of Israel. I believe he became king of Israel. Saul the Benjamite. Go ahead.
Choice young man, and a God goodly, and there was not among children of Israel a godlier person than he. A goodlier person than he.
Same thing. Go ahead.
From his shoulders and upward, he was higher than any of the people. Verse 3, and the asses of Kish, Saul's father, were lost. And Kish said to Saul his son, take now one of the servants with thee, and arise, go seek the asses.
Alright, drop down to verse 6.
Verse 6, and he said unto him, behold now, there is in this city a man of God, and he is an honorable man. All that he said cometh surely to pass. Now let us go.
Hold on.
I ain't tripping, I ain't gonna lie.
Huh?
Said Mike, I think his guitar or something. Keep cutting
Alright,
it,
yeah, go to verse 6.
And he said unto him, behold now, there is in this city a man of God, and he is an honorable man. All that he saith cometh surely to pass.
Now, when you're talking about prophets and priests, right? So now this brother Sam is of the tribe of Benjamin. So they looking for Sam. They looking for Saul. No, Saul looking for somebody like, yo, it's a man in the city, and everything he says come to pass. Go ahead.
All that he saith cometh surely to pass. Now let us go there peradventure. He can show us our way that we should go.
Go ahead.
Verse 7, then said Saul to his servant, but behold, if we go, what shall we bring the man?
So they're like, yo, it's a man of God in the city. He gonna show us the way to go. And we skipped it, but his pop told him to go somewhere. So he's like, yo, it's a man of God in the city. He gonna tell us where to go. And they're like, yo, but what should we bring him if we go ask him stuff like that? You can't just come in there empty-handed. You going?
For the bread is spent in our vessels,
We don't got no money. Go ahead.
and there is not a present to bring the man of God.
Go ahead.
What have we?
Mm-hmm.
Verse 8, and the servant answered Saul again and said, behold, I have here at the hand of the fourth part of a shekel of silver,
Mm-hmm.
that will I give to the man of God to tell us our way.
Go ahead.
Verse 9, beforetime in Israel, when a man went to inquire of God,
Mm-hmm.
thus he spake, come and let us go to the seer.
A seer. So before it was a prophet, it's like what?
For he that is now called a prophet was before time called a seer.
So a man, it was called a seer, somebody that can see, I guess, see the future, right? That's what they call him, somebody that they would know. But now we call him a prophet, meaning you tell the future. So that's the same thing. A seer and a prophet is the same thing in the Old Testament. Go ahead.
Verse 10, then said Saul to his servant, well said, come, let us go. So they went unto the city, where the man of God was.
Go ahead.
Verse 11, and as they went up the hill to the city, they found young maidens going out to draw water. And said unto them, is the seer here?
Go ahead.
Verse 12, and they answered them and said, he is. Behold, he is before you. Make haste now.
Hurry up. Go ahead.
For he came today to the city, for there is a sacrifice of the people today in the high place. Verse 13, as soon as ye be come into the city, ye shall straightway find him, before he go up to the high place to eat.
So they're saying, yo, he's right in front of you. He's before you. He's ahead of you. So if you hurry up, you can catch him. He's going to the place to eat. I mean, when they get there, normally it's a high holy day. What do they say? He come to make sacrifice that day. So by the time he get to that place or where Jerusalem is, you'll find him. Go ahead.
For the people will not eat until he come, because he do bless the sacrifice.
Go ahead.
And afterwards they eat that be bidden. Now therefore get you up, for about this time ye shall find him.
Go ahead.
Verse 14. And they went up into the city, and when they were coming to the city, behold, Samuel came out against them for to go up to the high place. Now the Lord had told Samuel in his ear a day before Saul came, saying, tomorrow about this time I will send thee a man out of the land of Benjamin.
Now this is so this is the prophecy, right? The Most High told Saul that he was going to meet a man out of Benjamin. Now Saul is looking for him, a man out of Benjamin. Go ahead.
And thou shalt anoint him to be captain over my people,
Go ahead.
Israel, that he may save my people out of the hand of the Philistines. For I have looked upon my people, because their cries come unto me.
Yeah, now Saul became the captain. I believe he became the king, but he did some wickedness, and of course, you know, as Israel, you know what I'm saying, we caught the dirty end of the stick. I mean, but this is Saul coming into the truth. He came and he looking for Samuel, and he's trying to find Samuel. Now Samuel in his mind thinking like, damn, the Lord told me that somebody from Benjamin was going to come talk to me. And Saul's looking for him. So now they trying to find each other. This is him searching for the truth, right? They looking for each other. Go ahead.
And when Samuel saw Saul, the Lord said unto him, behold, the man whom I spake to thee, this same shall reign over my people.
Go ahead.
Verse 18, then Saul drew near to Samuel in the gate and said, tell me, I pray thee, for the seer's house is. Verse 19, and Samuel answered Saul and said, I am the seer. Go up before me unto the high place, for ye shall eat with me today, and tomorrow I will let thee go, and I will tell thee all that is in thy heart.
Now he's telling him, he said, I'm going to let you go tomorrow, and I'm going to tell you everything that you want to know. Now, let's keep reading. Go ahead.
Verse 20, and as for thine asses that were lost 3 days ago, set not thy mind on them, for they are not found, and on whom is all the desire of Israel.
All the money that you lost the other day, don't worry about it. You're going to get that money back. Don't worry about everything you lost on the way in here. We're going to get all of that back. Everything you want to know, I'm going to tell it to you. For tomorrow. Go ahead.
It is not on thee, and on all thy father's house.
Go ahead.
And Saul answered and said, Am not I a Benjamite? And the smallest of the tribes of Israel.
Now this is him being humble again, same way Amos was. He's like, I'm Benjamin. I'm the smallest tribe of Israel. Why was Benjamin one of the smallest tribes of Israel? Anybody studying? I need some water. Son. Why was Benjamin one of the smallest tribes of Israel at this point in time? You don't know? No idea?
Because with the situation with that lady.
So, what's the microphone? I forgot about the people online. So like,
Oh,
nah, it's cool to be wrong. It's cool to be wrong.
you want to say it?
Can I suggest maybe, I don't know,
Yeah.
is this in the Bible why they were, or just in general?
Yeah. Why was Benjamin one of the smallest tribes in Israel at this point in time?
I thought it had something to do with either the Israelites.
No. So what happened was they had assaulted the woman, like you said. They assaulted the sister,
And they cut a body into pieces and
Yeah.
sent it to like different
and
tribes.
then there was a war on Benjamin. The whole nation of Israel went to war with Benjamin. And so Benjamin had they was sodomite. They tried to sodomize a dude, and then he was like, "You got my daughters right here. Take my daughters." And then they sodomized the daughters so that they, I don't want to say the R word, but I mean,
Talking about ravish.
they ravaged her so bad that she died on the step. Yeah, trying to make it back home. And so they went to war with Benjamin, and they almost wiped Benjamin out. And the only way Benjamin survived was they threw parties, and men of each tribe would dance with the women from Benjamin. And that's how they brought the tribe back. So all that dance hall and all that, that's spiritual, that's biblical. Because Benjamin had to dance, or the Benjamin went to parties to get their tribe back. So now at this point in time, Benjamin is one of the smallest tribes in Israel. And that's what Saul is saying, like, and why you want me to be captain over Israel? I'm from one of the smallest tribes in Israel. There ain't no way I can have honor and authority and respect over Israel when I'm one of the smallest tribes in Israel. Y'all follow me?
Oh, that's right.
Keep going.
Wait, what we got again?
We had 9 and 21. 1 Samuel 9 and 21.
This is the book of 1 Samuel, chapter 9, verse 21. And Saul answered and said, Am not I a Benjamite of the smallest of the tribes of Israel?
Mm-hmm.
My family the least of all the families of the tribe of
So now
Benjamin.
he's saying, not only am I one of the smallest tribes of Israel, I got the smallest family in Benjamin. So now he's trying to tell Samuel that he, like, I'm a nobody. You know what I'm saying? I'm of the smallest family, of the smallest tribe. Like, who am I? Go ahead.
Wherefore then speak thou so to me.
Mm-hmm. Why are you speaking to me? Go ahead.
And verse 22. And Samuel took Saul and his servant and brought them into the parlor
Mm-hmm.
and made them sit in the chiefest place among them
Mm-hmm.
that were bidden,
Mm-hmm.
which were about 30 persons.
So now they sit in the best place where it was about 30 people there. They set them in the best seats. Go ahead.
Verse 23.
Mm-hmm.
Samuel said unto the cook, Bring the portion which I gave thee, which I said unto thee,
Mm-hmm.
set it by thee.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 24. And the cook took up the shoulder and that which was upon it, and set it before Saul.
Mm-hmm.
And Samuel said, Behold, that which is left, set it before thee, and eat.
That which is left, set it before thee and eat. Go ahead.
For until this time have it been kept for thee since I said, and have invited the people. So Saul did eat
Now,
with
that
them.
which I set before thee, that which is left, set it before thee and eat. Now, this is heavy because this is what we do. This is heavy, right? So Samuel was giving him something. And he said, that which I set before you, eat it, right? Okay. How can I put this? Why is that so? Why is that symbolic? Tell me why that's symbolic.
The time, are you referring to like the time Satan tempted Christ?
Okay.
When he said,
The truth is more like food, right?
consume
Yeah, the truth is something that you put inside you. You know what I'm saying? Like, take this roll and eat it. That's what he told Ezekiel. You know what I'm saying? The roll is going to be bitter in your stomach. He's feeding him, right? And that's what we learn in the truth. We eat the truth. We consume, like you said, we consume the truth. So he's setting the food in front of me. He said, with that which I put before you, eat it, right? So as you come into the truth, as you come to learn the knowledge of the Most High, you got the opportunity to feast on the knowledge, to give yourself the hunger for thought or the food for thought, right? But if you don't eat it, you choose not to eat, then you'll never get full on the food that the Most High gave you, right? So Samuel's telling him to eat. He got the choice to walk away and say, I'm not hungry, I'll eat my own food, whatever the case may be. But in this case, Samuel is feeding him. He's looking for the seed. Samuel's looking for him. He bring him out the shoulder, the best portion, giving him the best seed in the house. Like, yo, eat this food right here. That what I put in front of you, eat this, right? Let's keep going.
For until this time have it been kept for thee, since I said, I have invited the people. So Saul did eat with Samuel that day.
Saul ate with Samuel that day. Go ahead.
Verse 25, and when they were come down from the high place into the city, Samuel communed with Saul unto the top of the house.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 26, and they arose early, and it came to pass about the spring of the day that Samuel called Saul to the top of the house, saying, Up, that I may send thee away.
Mm-hmm.
And Saul arose, and they went out both of them, he and Samuel, abroad. Verse 27, and as they were going down to the end of the city, Samuel said to Saul, bid the servant, pass on before us.
So he told the servant that if I could you give us some space? Just walk ahead. Go ahead.
And he passed on,
Mm-hmm.
but stand thou still a while,
Mm-hmm.
that I may show thee the word of God.
Keep going.
Chapter 10, this is the book of 1 Samuel, chapter 10, verse 1. Then Samuel took a vial of oil and poured it upon his head and kissed him.
He saluted him. Go ahead.
And said, Is it not because the Lord have anointed thee to be captain over his inheritance?
Now, he ate with him that night. The next morning, Samuel called Saul up and put the oil on his head and made him captain. The next morning. Go ahead.
Verse 2, When thou art departed from me today, then thou shalt find two men by
Rachel's sepulcher.
sepulcher.
You know what a sepulcher is?
No, I don't.
It's like you ever go to a cemetery and then you got the people that's in the ground and then you got that wall, right? The people that's in the wall, they slide them into the wall. You ever seen it before?
No, I never seen it.
Okay, sometimes you'll go into like either a building or it's like a big wall and the graves are in the wall. So a sepulcher is like a grave that's in the wall.
Never seen that before.
Most high praise. Most high praise, you never seen it before. But some people have, you know what I'm saying? They don't get put in the ground, they get put in the wall. So this sepulcher is like a
Is it
grave.
like a significant thing?
Okay, just think of grave. Just think of grave. We're gonna go about Rachel's grave, all right? Just think grave. Good. But the thing about sepulchers, they look nice. They look like a nice wall or a nice building. But inside, it's dead bodies. Can I say that on this? Yeah. Inside is bodies, so it looks like it's nice. It got flowers and white and all kind. It looks beautiful. Got the pillars and posts, and it looks like something that's pleasing. But they pulling out drawers and putting bodies in them and sliding them into the thing. It's a grave site, but it's above ground.
I heard somebody.
What you got?
Are you talking about when they have like the cement, like the marble walls?
Yeah, it's like a marble.
They take it out and then they slide the casket in there
Yeah.
and then they cover it up with a marble wall. That's kind of like how Aaliyah is buried,
Mm-hmm.
I think.
So it's not. It's more like it's not really a burial, but it's like you in the wall.
I heard somebody pull pop smoke out of one of them.
Yeah, yeah. So he's not buried. He's just tucked away.
Yeah, in the wall.
All right. So good.
And they say unto thee, the asses which thou went to seek
Are you right?
which to seek are found, and lo, thy father hath left thee care of the asses,
Mm-hmm.
and sorrow for you, saying, What shall I do for my son?
Mm-hmm. Now he's telling him this is what's going to happen. You're going to go to Rachel's grave, and this is what's going to happen. You're going to see two men, and I'm going to tell you about this. Go ahead.
Verse 3, Then shalt thou go on forward from there, and thou shalt come to the plain of Tabor,
Mm-hmm.
and there shall meet thee 3 men going up to to God to Bethel,
Mm-hmm.
one carrying 3 kids, and another carrying 3 loaves of bread,
Mm-hmm.
and another carrying a bottle of wine.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 4, and they will salute thee,
I'll say, hey, Shalom, Shrakatah. Go ahead.
give thee 2 loaves of bread,
Mm-hmm.
which thou shalt receive with their hand.
Mm-hmm.
And after that, thou shalt come to the hill of God, where is the garrison of the Philistines. And it shall come to pass, when thou art come there to the city, that thou shalt meet a company of prophets coming down from the high place with a psaltery.
Mm-hmm. What's a psaltery?
I don't know.
So it's like a thing, a guitar, an instrument, a harp almost.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
And a tabrets.
Sorry, Bray. Think musical
Is
instruments.
that like a little thing? Tambourine?
Not a tambourine, but
Yeah.
think instruments. Go ahead.
And a pipe and a harp
Mm-hmm.
before them, and they shall prophesy. Verse 6, and the Spirit of the Lord will come upon thee, and thou shalt prophesy with them,
Mm-hmm.
and shall be turned into another man.
It should be what?
Turned into another
So
man.
now he's saying when you see that, once this part happens, that's when the Spirit of the Lord will come on you. Go ahead.
Verse 7, and let it be, when these
It'll
signs,
be what?
when these
Go
signs
ahead.
are come
Mm-hmm.
unto thee,
Mm-hmm.
that thou do as occasion serve thee, for God is with
And
thee.
he's saying this is going to happen. You're going to go down to this land. And when this happens, when you see these men, when all of this happens, the Spirit of the Lord will be with you. And once that happens, then you want to change them into different men. And now he's building a school. He's showing Saul how to go down here and transform men into men that's going to work with you. This is Saul coming into the world, coming into the truth. And then Saul came into the truth, he's bringing other people into the truth. I mean, you get the story? So Saul thought he was a nobody. He thought he was just any nigga. And Samuel gave him the Spirit of the Lord. He like, come eat with him. And he ate with him. And then the next morning he put the oil on his head. Like, listen, you're gonna be a captain. He's like, yeah, I'm not ready.
So was it not a school around the time that Saul was living?
Okay, it wasn't. Okay, think about spreading the truth. You always want to spread the truth. So yeah, it's a school today, but we still go out and teach. We still go out in random cities of Texas and try to tell people there that the Lord want them. You still go out into little pockets of Houston and teach the work of the Lord. Because otherwise, they will never get there.
No, not with these.
Nah, that part understandable. Like the truth gonna always be prophesied because it was men prophesying back then. I'm just asking, like, cause I know in like certain chapters of the Bible and certain books there were schools set up.
Yeah, this is before Israel. This is before King David too. So Israel was once Israel. It was at this point in time. This was when Israel was already an established nation, and then we let everybody from under Joshua. And we let everybody move in, and everybody come in, and they broke us apart. And they took over our land, and took us into captivity, right? And I believe, is this after Judges? Yeah, so during this time, this is after Samson, right? After Deborah or Deborah, this is when people were just trying to save us from our calamity, save us from our hell. And this led up to Samuel, which led up to David, which led up to Solomon. So this is the beginning of us coming into our nation. So he went out to teach the people of the Lord who they were. And it's heavy because really Benjamin and Judah was one, right? And then you had the other nations. They was on their own type time. And so Abner and them was a whole nother group of people. So David had to go talk to Abner to bring them into the kingdom of Israel and be under David. Because it was different nations. Think like today. It was like today. There was no real government set up. We was just all over the place. You understand? All right. So Samuel was a seer. Samuel was a prophet. He trying to raise up Saul. He raised up Saul. After Saul, you got David, who became somebody strong, and then you got Solomon. All right. Give me Matthew 20 and 20. If there's any questions, just let me know. Like I said, we really just reading today.
It's the book of,
Matthew chapter 20, verse 20.
it's the book of Matthew, chapter 20, verse 20.
Right?
Then came to him the mother of Zebedee,
Mm-hmm.
children with her sons, worshiping him and desiring certain things of him.
Hold up.
I ain't gonna lie, that's how you know these niggas.
Huh?
So that's how you know these
Real
niggas.
tough. Yeah, you start there. Start at verse 20.
Where it's the book of Matthew, chapter 20, verse 20.
Mm-hmm.
Then came to him the mother of Zebedee's children with her sons,
Mm-hmm.
worshiping him and desiring a certain thing of him.
Mm-hmm.
And he said unto her, what wilt thou?
He said, what you want? Go ahead.
She said unto him, grant that these my two sons may sit, the one on thy right hand and the other on the left. On the left.
So the mom came up to Christ and she asking him, can my two sons come with you? These two sons are James and John. Like John, the one that wrote the book of John. Right? Go ahead.
In thy kingdom. Verse 22. But Jesus answered and said, ye know not what ye ask. Are ye able to drink of the cup that I shall drink of,
Mm-hmm.
and to be baptized with the baptism that I am baptized with?
Go ahead.
They say unto him, we are able.
So now he's saying you don't know what you asking for. Like you try to come into the truth, you know what you're gonna have to sacrifice, you know what you're gonna have to give up, you know the life you're gonna have to live. Like coming to the truth ain't a light thing. It ain't something that you know that you can just do. You know what I mean? Coming to the truth becomes your lifestyle. Like some people is more rocky than other people. You might have to deal with your mother, your grandmother, your grandfather, your sisters, your uncle, your kids, you know what I'm saying, yourself. It's a battle, and every day you're gonna fight. And this is what Christ is asking them. He said, y'all don't know what y'all asking for. Y'all think that it might be a sweet thing, but really, it's like the scripture said, it's sweet as honey, but it's bitter in your stomach. When you gotta do the work, when you gotta gear up for academy, when you gotta answer the phone 3 o'clock in the morning because somebody need counsel, when you gotta get up out your bed to go help somebody who tired flat, you know what I'm saying? When you gotta go do work, it becomes bitter. And at that point in time, can you still do the sacrifices? Can it still be sweet as honey when it's something that you don't want to do? Right? Every Sunday, y'all gonna have to get up. Y'all gonna have to make it to that field. And you're gonna see what men are. You're gonna see somebody that's willing to sacrifice for the Lord. Are you willing to give it all you got? Because someday you're gonna have to give it all you got. You're gonna thank the Lord that you got that training. Because you know how to, it's like when you go to the gym, when you're as tired as you can be, that's when you want to work out the hardest you can work out. The 12th round is always the hardest round. The last quarter is always the toughest quarter. Because that's when you got to lock in. You're tired, your body weak, your brain is fatigued, you're thirsty, you're hungry. Everything is against you. And at that point in time, can your spirit still stand? When your body is just wanting you to give up. When your flesh is telling you that you should just give up. Your flesh want to be carnal and go back to the dirt. Can your spirit control your flesh? And that's what you want to learn. That's what Christ is asking. Y'all ready to do this? Y'all ready to take this walk? Read it again. Verse 22.
But Jesus answered and said, ye know not what you ask.
Mm-hmm.
Are ye able to drink of the cup that I shall drink
Are
of?
you able to walk like I walk? Are you able to talk like I talk? Are you able to be like me? Are you able to be chastised? Are you able to get killed like me? Can I say that? Or get unalive like me? You know what I'm saying? Because they hate me. I'm sure they hate me. But at some point in time, they're gonna try to take my head off. If they take my head off, what you gonna run? You able to stand with me? Right? That's what he asking them. Because they gonna hate you. They're gonna hate you. Like y'all already on the FBI's list of terrorists. Can I say that word?
Oh,
Of people that's against America or against Earth. Like you're going against principalities. You're going against countries, continents, powers. That's our job. Our job is going against who runs the world. Can you do that? And when you do that, you stand in the face of adversity. It's you versus 8 billion people.
Sit down, lay down.
And that's what Christ is asking. Can you go to camp and get the whole concession stand thrown at you and still be able to stand with your brothers?
Are you willing to be hated by the people that raised you? The people. Are you ready to be hated by your family?
You ever been at camp and it's like the whole world is against you at this point in time? Like
Okay, sit down.
at camp in front of a pride parade, when it's police, it's just all kind of pride people yelling. They got all kind of mustard and ketchup and mayonnaise, or you at some parade and it's all devils there. And you calling the oppressor the devil that the Bible speaks of. And they call cops on you, and it's thousands of people, and it's just you and 8 brothers. You know what I mean? Who are you going to be during that day? Can you stand in adversity that day? Or will you fold when they lock y'all up, or they lock us up and take us in? And you like, yeah, you know what? I wasn't even really with them. I'm just a trooper. You know what I'm saying? I'm just a young man. Like I ain't even really in yet. You know what I'm saying? Like who would you be at that point in time? And I know it sounds funny, but you know what I mean? Standing for the Lord is not something funny, because today they'll just lock you up. But then they would have beheaded you. Or you would have lost your head. It's over. Now, are you choosing this? Because you can go back and live your life. There's plenty of blunts and women out there. There's plenty of t-shirts with fringes on them out there. There's safer ways to go. This is not what you want to play with. Because there's people that absolutely hate your guts. They hate General Muhammad. They hate General YAHANNA guts. They hate Captain Zaryak's guts. And you with them. We with them. We go out on the street and we teach to the people and break their heart every day. Just break their heart. You tell them that they can't celebrate their birthdays and holidays. And the Lord's going to kill them if they keep acting like, or the Lord's going to unallow them if they keep acting like this. And they think that they're doing the right thing. Christianity is of Satan, and Islam is toilet paper. The things that they've grown accustomed to and they've held on to their whole life, you tell them is garbage. Garbage. Every day. That's what you go outside and do. And there's 45 people that disagree with you. Read the scripture again, read 22.
But Jesus answered and said, Ye know not what ye ask. Are ye able to drink of the cup that I shall drink of, and to be baptized with the baptism that I am baptized with?
What does that mean? What's baptized with the baptism that I'm baptized with? Break it down. Maybe next week we can be baptized.
The Holy Spirit.
Okay. Break it down. What you mean, the Holy Spirit? What is a baptism?
Becoming like a new man or a new creature.
Now, why is he saying this? The baptism that I'm baptized with.
To kill your fleshly desires to follow your spirit, or the Holy Spirit.
Okay. Well, you know, John the Baptist was still doing his work at this point too. If I'm not mistaken. John the Baptist was out there. You could go rock with John the Baptist. You could go rock with Apollo and them. You could go be with Sakara. You could be with anybody. You sure you want to be in the UPK? The baptism that we baptize with, we walk different. Bring it down. What's different about us
The
than
Spirit.
discipline? Discipline. Because you can't be the same way you are in the church. In the church, you can sin and just, it don't really mean nothing. But here, you forcing yourself to do the right thing. It ain't like that everywhere else. It's a different type of spirit. It's a different type of discipline. You sure you want to baptize yourself with the baptism that I'm baptized with? Or that we baptized with? Keep going.
They say unto him, We are able.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 23, and he said unto them, Ye shall drink indeed of my cup,
Mm-hmm.
be baptized with the baptism that I am baptized with.
Go ahead.
But to sit on my right hand and on my left is not mine to give, but it shall be given to them for whom it is prepared of my Father.
So you mean, as far as you get this truth, that depends on the Most High, how you serve the Lord. Go ahead.
Verse 24, and when the 10 heard it, they were moved with indignation against the two brethren. Verse 25, but Jesus called them unto him and said, ye know that the princes of the Gentiles exercise dominion over them, and they that are great exercise authority upon them.
Good.
Verse 26, but it shall not be so among you, for whosoever will be great among you, let him be your minister.
Now he's saying, like, we always try to be respected of persons. Well, in the world, you know what I'm saying, they try to be, somebody want to be greater. But here, the Lord gonna find out who's great amongst you. And we find out who's great amongst us, let him minister to us. Because the Spirit gonna be on him, the Lord gonna decide who to work with. Keep going.
Verse 27, and whosoever will be chief among you, let him be your servant.
Good.
Verse 28, even as the Son of Man came not to be ministered unto, but to minister, and to give his life a ransom for many.
The Lord, as Christ gave his life, like, you know what I mean, he sacrificed himself for many. You know what I mean? So it's like, you get the point. You get the point. I mean, he didn't have to do it, but he did it because it was, how can I put it? Everybody got a position to play, right? Point guard can't be a center can't be a forward. It just don't work that way, right? So if a man is amongst you and the Lord gave him the opportunity, or the Lord gave him the Spirit to lead, then you follow him. The Lord gave him the Spirit to minister unto you, then you listen to him. Because the Lord gave me the ransom for the earth. The Lord gave me to save the children of Israel. I didn't ask for that. The Lord gave it to me, put it in my lap. It's like the Lord gave the captain, gave him the authority, set it in his lap. He didn't ask for it. As you can see, nobody really asked for it except for their mother. And he's asking them back, are you sure this is what you're asking for? And like, yeah, we can do it, because they wanted to come into the truth. Saul was looking for the truth, but we don't know what we're getting ourselves into. At that point, we're like, yeah, you know, I'm just a brother from Philly. I'm just a nigga from Houston. Because you see the depth of it. You see how far it may go and where you can find yourself at being in the truth. Coming to the truth ain't sweet. It's something that, you know what I mean, men in the Bible, like they seen it and they had to gauge what they wanted to do with their life. And as you come into the truth, young brother, you got to see how far it can take you and just understand that, you know what I mean, the Lord is calling you, but Satan is on your heels as well. And if you decide to turn back at all, Satan is right there. He's right there. And this is just sad because, like, I mean, being in the truth, I remember one dude left. He left, and then, like, not too long after that, he jumped out a window, like, from the 8th floor. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's just, somebody had a brain aneurysm, and then just seeing how a couple people actually passed not too long ago, but just seeing how Satan is on their heels, and then as soon as they turn around, it's like they turn into a pillar of salt, like Lot wife. It's crazy, you know what I mean? So making the choice and making the decision, it ain't, how can I put it? Like, to me, I don't have a choice. You know what I mean? It ain't an option to me. Because what's back in the world? Like, a couple blunts, a couple homeboys, what we doing back in the world? Huh?
There.
I guess. You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, it ain't no life in the world. It ain't nothing to do outside the truth. Because this is what I'm here for. But some men, you know what I mean, their life is just like pulling them back. Like, let's say you was a millionaire in the world, big time drug dealer. Their life is gonna forever pull them, it's gonna forever tug on you. And you're gonna see the money, you're gonna see whatever you had out there. And this is gonna be pulling on you. You're gonna be like, you know what? I could do A, B, and C. That'll be the day where you're gonna make it back home. Your family never see you. You know what I'm saying? Or, you know, Satan just got a trap set for you.
You tuned in with the election and everything.
Yeah, yeah.
So, I know Trump win, he gonna pretty much try to bring back slavery and stuff like that.
What you mean you gonna bring back slavery?
Cause everybody, that I know, like my grandma was pretty much it's out and stuff like that. Like he said he gonna be try to become dictator and stuff like that. He said like if y'all vote for me and I win, y'all don't have to ever vote again. But that alone, like kind of like exposes his intentions.
That ain't gonna happen. That ain't gonna happen. Esau is not gonna let that happen. You better believe me. Ain't one dude's gonna come and take the country from Esau. You see what they did? They tried to take his head off. So he gonna try to go out to some route. He gonna try to take his head off.
And that's I ain't gonna.
Yeah, Esau gonna fight. You better believe it. And we gonna sit back and watch. Just how they watched us kill each other or unalive each other and destroy the nation that the Lord set up for us. They just sat back and watched us. We didn't went to war with each other and destroyed us and destroyed each other. Now we slaves under the oppressor. We're gonna sit back and watch them destroy each other. You know what I mean? The same exact way. So, I mean, whatever they do, Lord be with them. But wanna know why? Because we still got work to do.
Wait.
You still got a school to build.
But I do know like a race war coming.
So what? If it do come, most high Christ.
So when that day do come,
Here's the thing. Here's what you need. You're not here to preserve your life. You're here to spread the truth. So in the day that you get taken off earth, your spirit comes back. As long as you endure to the end, your spirit will come back in the truth. It don't matter what happens, because the Lord will make sure we good.
I understand that, but I'm just saying, is it wrong if I go out and take something from them?
Yes.
That's wrong?
Yes. Take something like what? Like a life? Who?
Yeah.
Yeah? Yeah, it's absolutely wrong. Because you're going against the Bible. Give me Genesis.
Cause the thing is, like, we was told to like kill our enemies in the past, so when that still cut, for the most part, I know the law was great for us to follow towards one another. Like certain laws, like love thy neighbor and stuff like that. Like that's talking about us loving each other and not our enemies per se.
Yeah, give me Genesis 4:11. And you would ask this question at the end of the class. You should ask this question from Jump Street.
It's the book of Genesis chapter 4, verse 11.
What?
And now art thou cursed from the earth, which have opened her mouth to receive thy brother's blood from thy hand.
Now, so Cain killed his brother, or Cain unalived his brother, right? Cain unalived Abel. This was the first recorded homicide, right? Cain unalived his brother. Go ahead.
Verse 12, when thou tillest the ground, it shall not henceforth yield unto thee her strength.
Now he's telling Esau, when you try to till the ground not going to give you its fruit. This is not even, like, what we see now is not even the earth at its full potential. Because Esau don't have the power to till the ground and it give it its full potential. That's for us. Keep going. Verse 12.
When thou tillest the ground, it shall not henceforth yield unto thee her strength. A fugitive and a vagabond shall thou be in the earth.
So the Lord said that you're going to be a runaway. You're going to be somebody that's always trying to fight for your life. You're going to be a fugitive and a vagabond. Meaning you're going to try you're a scavenger. Esau's going to be somebody that's just, like, Esau can have a land. He's American, he's the Japanese, he's European, South African, he's the German, he's the French, he's the Spanish, he's the Central American, he's the last Mohican. Esau is everybody. Esau is the Native American, Esau is, you name it. Esau is everybody, because he don't have a land. He's a fugitive and a vagabond, right? Keep going.
And Cain said unto the Lord, my punishment is greater than I can bear.
Right.
Verse 14, behold, thou hast driven me out this day from the face of the earth, and from thy face shall I be hid.
Now, he's saying, the punishment you punish me was greater than I can bear. Now, because I'm gonna be a fugitive and a vagabond, it's gonna be a price on my head. Everybody's gonna be looking for me. Go ahead.
And I shall be a fugitive and a vagabond in the earth, and it shall come to pass that everyone that findeth me shall slay me.
What?
Verse 15, the Lord said unto him, therefore whosoever slayeth Cain,
So what?
whosoever slayeth Cain,
Go ahead.
vengeance shall be taken on him sevenfold.
Now, that's you. So if you wanna go try to slay Cain, then you directly going against the Lord. You out of order trying to lay your hand on Cain. So your job is to understand the Bible. Vengeance is mine, saith the Lord. Because once you get to the meat and potatoes of the Bible, you'll understand the spirit of the Lord. You got what? 10 bullets in your gun? You got tanks and bombs and armies and planes and fighter jets and buttons that do God knows what. You got 10 bullets. But you got the Lord.
So I can't even defend myself.
Yes, you can defend yourself. Absolutely, you can defend yourself. And we got brothers who want to defend you for you or with you. But you got the Lord on your side. Now, when they come harm you, now it's a whole different statement. Because they coming to harm the Lord's children. Now, they coming against the Most High. But you going against them is just a foolish act. And that's you going against the Most High. You understand? Like, going to go try to fight Cain is just, it's out of order. Keep reading.
Vengeance shall be taken on him. And the Lord set a mark upon Cain, lest any finding him shall kill him. Cain went out from the presence of the Lord and dwelt in the land of Nod of the east.
Give me Genesis 4:23.
It's the book of Genesis chapter 4 verse 23.
Right?
And Lamech said unto his wives, Adah and Zillah,
Mm-hmm.
hear my voice, ye wives of Lamech, hearken unto my speech, for I have slain a man to my rounding, and a young man to my herd.
Now Lamech is the son. Hold on. Give me Lamech is one of the children of Cain, right? So in Lamech, right, he had wives. He went to get wives, and he said, "Hear my voice, ye wives of Lamech." Right? Hearken is what I speak unto thee. Go ahead, for I have slain a man to my wounding. Go ahead. Now this is the spirit of Cain. This is one of the children of Cain. He did the same thing that Cain did. Right? So now he didn't unalive somebody. He took somebody's life. And he's talking to his wife. Go ahead.
If Cain shall be avenged sevenfold, truly Lamech 70 sevenfold.
This is the spirit of him. He in his mind know that, all right, if my pop then took somebody's life and he was avenged sevenfold, then surely I'm 70 times 7. You see the spirit on him? He like, yeah, if my grandfather could do it, then surely I'm saved. That's their spirit. Keep going.
And Adam knew his wife again, and she bare a son and called his name Seth. For God said, she hath appointed me another seed instead of Abel, whom Cain slew.
Now Cain slew a man, and Lamech was his grandson. And he like, surely the Lord will take care of me. Like that's the ignorance and hubris that you're dealing with Cain. He gonna think that, oh yeah, they didn't slave, so 77 times 77, like, ain't no way nobody can touch me.
So can I defend somebody else's life if it's in danger?
Absolutely defend yourself.
I'll say somebody else's life.
Yeah, if it's your brother,
Like,
or if it's somebody that, let's say if it's a smaller person, or you there, the Lord put you there to defend them, then yeah. But the Lord might be doing something to them, or testing them, or tempting them, or just destroying them. And then you jump in the way, and you interfering with the Lord got for them.
so I just let it happen.
You gotta have discernment. That's why the Lord made you a judge on earth. You're a judge. You're somebody that should, you decide if you deliver or if you let that person go. The Lord made you a judge. That's your decision. Now their life is in your hands. Literally. That's the power that the Lord gave you. You got Esau right here ready to destroy somebody, and you got somebody that should maybe, possibly, or not be destroyed. Now it's your job to decide if they go or stay. Hopefully you make the right decision, because you might be the one that take their sin or their wages. You understand? Right? Anything else on that?
That's it.
Alright, so once again, man, Esau, man, you can't defeat Esau. Esau is the perfect, the perfect oppressor. Like, he's blessed with the sword. You know what I'm saying? Like, the Lord blessed him with the sword. There's no way to get around Esau in that sword. He's a cunning hunter. You get what I'm saying? We men of the crib. We sit in the crib and play the game, watch TV, and talk on the phone, and whatever we do. Or go to work for him. Or do whatever we do. Esau is somewhere hunting something, trying to unalive something. They go find a surplus of buffaloes just to unalive them, just so they can stand on top of the mountain and take a picture. They go unalive a big giant moose or whatever and just hang it on the wall. They put deer and animal urine and feces on their feet just to hunt for sport. And then they unalive it and go to the next one. Esau is diabolical. Root word diablo, meaning what?
Devil.
The devil. Esau is diabolical. And then you gonna try to put yourself in his crosshairs for what? What you trying to prove?
That's somebody like shit hit the fan.
If it hit the fan, then his war is up.
So that situation would be justified.
Okay, the Lord is on your side, so you move when you told to move.
Yeah.
That's what an army is.
So I know it's gonna come a point where America is like gonna be out of power and all that.
All right, but you're gonna be in order. When America is out of whatever, you're gonna be in order. That's why when you read about it in the book of Jude or the book of Joel, when they came, it said it was like horses running. We was all in movement. It was like the sound of horses, of many horses. It was like they was there, you blunk, and it was right in front of you, and they didn't break their ranks. Like, he's talking about us coming, us taking over Earth. You want to see us be like bandits, crawling up in the windows and all that. It's our order.
So it's gonna be war.
It's going to be anarchy. It said what's in front of them is beautiful. What's behind them is a stubble of fire. In front of them is the Garden of Eden, and behind them is wilderness. But we're going to be in order. It's going to be like boots on the ground. That's all you want to hear. It's going to sound like horses running. Because we're going to be in order. There ain't going to be one nigga with a gun. If you thinking that, you sadly mistaken. Sadly mistaken. That's why we're going to be in order. You're going to see the Lord's power come together. You're going to see the formation of Israel like never before. And that's what it said. Like, when people like this, you've never seen before, you'll never see again. Because we're going to take over Earth. You're going to see something absolutely spiritual. It's going to be nothing short of a miracle. And when that day comes, then you'll be in line. Lord willing. Or you can be in front of us. The nigga with the gun, right? You can be fighting Esau, and at that point in time, it says, what it say? Come out of her, my people, that you won't, what it say? Come out of her, my people, that you won't take part in their sin. Because you're going to be trying to fight them. And you're going to be right there with them. And from a distance, we don't know who. All right? So you just look like a part of the problem at that point. Lord be with you. If you ain't with us, you with them. So you gotta decide where you wanna be. And if you go try to harm Cain, I promise you, the Lord will do you something that you didn't want. Simple as that. What you do is you learn this Bible. That's what the Lord told you to do. The Lord told you to prophesy, teach, and learn. That's your job. Your job ain't to go snatch something that don't belong to you. You snatch somebody's leg and you become a fugitive in the vagabond. You get it, right? Make sense? Any other questions? You need some more on this, or you good to go?
I'm good.
Okay. All right, with that being said, we're going to pass the class off to Priest and Overseer. You got the announcements? Water for the water, so I appreciate it.
We are the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, started on 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. when a new brother or sister comes into the school, they're off limits for 6 months. They're to be saluted only. They're here to shed themselves on the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6-month period in which the brother or sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother or sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. The book of Numbers, chapter 18, verse 21. The book of Malachi, chapter 3, verses 8 through 10. Ma'asharah, which means 10th in the Hebrew. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to the Treasury Department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like or whatever size Bible. Upcoming holy convocations. Memorial blowing of trumpets. The first day of the 7th month, Wednesday, October 2nd, 2024. You can read about it in the book of Leviticus, chapter 23, verse 24, verse 25. 24 through 25. If anyone wants to become a trooper in the school, start wearing all black boots, shirt, pants, headband, and or scarf. It's security.
With that being said, men of Israel, one crazy salute. Men of Israel, mighty Shabbat, mighty Torah, Yahweh Shem Yahshua Brakathon. As you matap, so said most high, bless you in the name of Christ. Saw, we return. Sisters are marching, we just there. Men of Israel, we'll get a sister more crazy salute. Men of Israel, two, go like this. Mama, go like this. Yep. Face
Turn.
Face them. Yep. Men of Israel, we'll get a sister more crazy salute. Men of Israel, mighty Shabbat, mighty Barak, Yahweh Shema Allah Shem Yahshua. Glasses.